say that Ireland and Scotland were basically one and the same at the time, you know, both all Celtic tribes, you know. So I just went on to write there, and Cormac McCart is the king most likely at the one building of our round tower and the building of the strategically placed forts. And he brought the glory back to the Tara Hill made by refortifying the hill in the capital of Ireland. He also had fortified Bramlaws. And with Fionn McCool in charge of the Royal Army, which is called the Fianna, it was Art and Fionn McCool who totally unified Ireland after the slaughter of the non-combatants in Scotland, carried out by that Roman Emperor. And Art would have been well aware of the genocide attacks on his fellow days, and this was one of the reasons possibly why a round tower was built. Now, I'm only just giving my own analogy. I could be totally wrong, but now, you just say, oh God, it really is the fairy tale stuff. Anyway, the last 30 we've done in this part of the study is not king, or he's even right on. And we are certain of the right household of Tara. He's not considered a historical figure by Irish academics or historians, and then if you ask most Irish people today to name a historical figure from ancient time, they most likely would say Fionn McCool. So how or why is this mythical figure still remembered so vividly by the people in today's modern world where we have access to knowledge at our fingertips? Is it the Irish tradition of relating stories passed on from generation to generation, or 1800 years, that has kept him so famous? There are many reasons why I've included him in this study, and there's one main reason, and that is above all else, and this place of fact is. The fact is, when I was researching the origins of the Round Tower, his name was referred to at least 50 different times with regard to either rivers, mountains or townlands that I come across. Most of the places were called Sig Fionn in Shandalia, which means Fionn McCool's seat. These locations are as far as artists Kerry, Mead, Galway, Wicklow, Antrim, and even the Island of Scotland. Now, we all know that Fionn McCool was the head of the Fianna. Now, the Fianna was not a standing army. The Fianna was an army based in each Tuatha. So, it would make sense to have these forts and round towers to alert each Tuatha and gather the Fianna together if there was a possible attack. Now, that's only my own opinion. I'm not going to push that there with anything on the other. Now, when Leo asked about sound, this item here is called a dog fianna. It's an Irish province hunting horn. Now, you can see the side of it. I live out in Stigall, and every Saturday morning when I was a child, the siren would off on a Saturday morning in the fire station. And we lived more than 5 miles or more. And how I remember, it wasn't to evacuate the house, it was just fucking telling Joe Mallarney was coming with the buns. Joe always came at 12 o'clock on Saturday. That's why I remember. But that sound of that alarm and now, we could hear it cleanly out of the Stigall. Now, this particular hunting horn was called a dolphin. It was an Irish bronze hunting horn. And a number of sources associate a mythical hunting horn called the Dorfin with Fionn McCool and the Fianna of Irish mythology. Now, it's possible that in daytime that might have been used as a means of communicating. And there has been charcoal found at the base of some of these inside these round towers. So I think a cauldron of charcoal possibly could have been used that night. You know, I'm not sure. This is only hypothetical or speculation. You know, so basically, it's possible that was that particular implement could have been used. There is a person that down in Limerick, and I didn't get in contact with him, but he does take that particular instrument, and I would love to find out what distance it will, travel there. I'm not sure. That's the top of this. Conclusion. That completes the study of around towers and the link for what we call force caching lists or duties that are dotted around our beautiful island. It was one of the most sophisticated communication and early warning systems in ancient times of war, in the history of ancient times. North, south, east or west, there was not a community left in isolation if attacked by Roman invaders. The study also, I hope, provides proof that Ireland was not just a backwater island out in the Atlantic Ocean, but a highly organised and sophisticated people, which was united in its common purpose of keeping its citizens safe. And I hope this study will help to encourage and renew a study of our ancient history, where new research is badly needed. And a lot of our ancient history was written by historians with a different political and religious agenda. And much of that history has been taught to our students today. So basically that concludes my lot. I want to thank Norman and Seth. Norman and Seth were the only people that would actually listen to me. Believe it or not, I had contacted the National Monuments of Ireland with that particular theory. I contacted WW with that theory. I contacted the factual information in RTE, that theory, TNG, 5 different professors of history, and I got one reply from the National Monuments who said it was probably just a coincidence. That's all I can say. So thanks for
I think he deserves another round. Get up and give a talk about any subject, especially a research subject with all the academic benefits and the use of Google and the use of the internet. But to come up with something new, and I only wish my great friend Tony Holton was alive today, because Tony would embrace something like this, because it's new research, and as he always said, to go out and find something that's new and that's different. So a few things that No, but a few things that you didn't touch on, but one of the strange things that in my research that I found that concurs with what you're saying is that in 120 AD, the Romans lost the 9th Legion in Scotland. The only time the Romans ever lost a legion. And the Roman eagle was taken by the Scottish Picts. And today in Scotland and Northern Ireland, there is a theory that this legion of 4,500 men were slaughtered. But these men were taken, whether as slaves or as intelligence or whatever. And this would lead to that they had, and there's evidence that these men integrated with the Picts at the time, and subsequent generations had the tattoos and etc. And there's a whole theory and a philosophy. Also, a strange thing that in Dunamore Round Tower over the door.
Yeah, I have that.
You have it there.
Yeah.
Over the door in Dunamore Round Tower. This was always regarded as a Christian symbol. This was supposed to be Christ, or some people, maybe it is and maybe it isn't. And this is the entrance to the great tomb in the pyramids. And we see the headpiece, and it's even clearer in some of the photographs. And he has a headpiece. Now, whether or not that is a Christian symbol or not, it is very, very hard to argue. But this is not alone. There's a number of round towers have these symbols, and that's what got Henry O'Brien going in the first place. Because these symbols weren't, and these reliefs were not Christian reliefs. They look like Christian reliefs. You could argue that it was the crucified Christ, but what was the crucified Christ doing at an entrance?
And there was
You know,
nine.
it would make no sense. So,
There's 9 round towers to shield the gate.
yeah, and we know how Gaelic or Celtic they are. So look, any other questions for Ollie? I don't know where to start. Mairead, yes?
I have 2 questions. Are there any towers in Scotland?
Yes.
Yes.
There are.
Yes.
There's one on the Isle of Man, but there's 2 in Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one is going south from Dublin. How do they get to Glendalough? That's up in such a deep valley. How could...
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if I have it on the map there, but it was down across Sleep Cool. I'll go up here. Yeah, sorry, Ben. Yeah.
Back.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. And the lot there around one.
Yeah. Now you can see, is it this one here, Mairead? This one?
Yeah, it's in such a deep valley. It goes up to
Yes, but there's a...
Well, Roundwood is so high, and
Yeah,
then the Nure
yeah,
is so
yeah.
high.
Do you see it
And you
there?
can see from the bottom to the top.
There's not, believe it or not, Mairead, now, there's a margin of about 50 foot of a gap between all these mountains
Yeah.
and this particular round tower, or not round tower, but fort. And that leads up there to
Shankill.
St Michael's. It's in near the Dalkey. It's not St Michael's, oh. There's another round tower just
There's one in Shankill.
Shankill, yeah,
Yeah.
just there. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So,
And then it goes from Shankill to where, is it?
yeah,
Oh.
but see, Shankill is there, but I haven't it on this map.
Yeah.
But there is a round tower on one of the islands here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's Dundrum there,
Yeah,
and that's Clondalkin.
yeah.
But there is actually, going this way, there's a round tower up near, Ireland's Eye, yeah, and it's 6.6 miles to Swords Round Tower, and from Swords Round Tower to Dusk is 6.6 miles. Yeah, so I kind of checked them. I should have brought the one on the map with the coast, but